This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. Got a question from John Loughborough. I love these names. Let's see. John has a question about standing behind the neck press, and he wants to know if I think it's a good exercise. The great Ted Arcidi, who is right here. Jeff actually sent me that picture of Ted Arcidi doing the behind the neck press. He said Ted Arcidi did it, and as most of you know, Ted Arcidi was benching around 670 back before benching 670 was cool, and then he later went on to bench 700, and he was the first guy ever in the history of powerlifting to bench press 700 pounds. Ted Arcidi was just a mutant. He was very, very, very strong, and he used to utilize a lot of shoulder pressing movements to help build up his bench press. All I can say about stuff like this is just try it. Just try it out. Just give it a try for yourself. Behind the neck. I'm not going to say that you can't do it. It's just that, I wouldn't do it myself because I just don't have the mobility for it. If you're going to do behind the neck presses, I would only go down about halfway. So it's behind the head more than it is behind the neck. Maybe just kind of coming down to the back of the head here and pressing back up. Maybe the ears would be a good reference point, and then shooting the weight back up. That'd be a great way to build up your shoulders. See if it works well for you. You also have the old school, Arnold press with the dumbbells. You're holding them like this, and you rotate them out like this. I'm kind of a big fan of that one. I think that helps kind of mimic some of the things we're trying to do in a bench press, when we're trying to tuck the elbow in, and then we're trying to flare the elbow out and bring the arm, have the arm basically kind of move around the barbell. So Arnold press is pretty good in terms of overhead work. Behind the neck press would be decent. A push press would be okay. Any overhead work, standing overhead work, seated, any of that stuff's going to be effective. Also remember, there was an exercise also years ago. I can almost kind of forget how it even goes now, but I think you push it up and you just bring it slightly back behind the neck, and then you press it up, and then you bring it forward, and then you press it up again, and it's kind of like up and back, over the head. I have a very large head, so that exercise would probably be impossible. Some of you guys out there might know what I'm talking about, so if you do, and you find it or whatever, then shoot it over to me, because I remember that one being a pretty good one. Also, another great shoulder movement that's been lost in the shuffle, unfortunately, is the it's dumbbell power clean. Dumbbell power clean. Try dumbbell power clean. You can do it standing or seated, but basically you let the dumbbells drape down underneath the bench while you're sitting, the bench that you're sitting on, and the dumbbells are almost touching each other. Then you kind of come up and you bring them up like this here. Then you just kind of bring them back in here, and that's going to help work your upper back, help work your rotator cuff, help work your shoulders. So, John Loughborough, go ahead and try these behind the neck presses. Let me know what you think. Hopefully they work out okay for you. And that is it from SuperTraining.tv. Later.